Hello, Fab
Hello, guys.
people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Abigail, and with me is my lovely husband.
Fab.
And together we're Fab Family
Yes.
with our children. Okay, so basically today we want to compare two different countries that are talking about their educational system. I came in for my master's education, so I think I have an idea.
Okay. It means that we did not go to school. We don't have idea.
No,
No
not
problem.
that. I
No problem.
mean,
After I sacrificed everything for you.
like what?
No problem. Like what? Well
Oh,
done.
please, let's
No problem. I like
let's.
that angle. She went to school. She came for master's
No,
program.
I
She
mean,
knows more
no,
about the
I
education system.
not
We
like I
that we did
know
not go to
more.
school.
What I'm saying is
No
that I've
problem.
experienced the education.
And
I
we that
passed
we've
through.
not we didn't pass through school.
I am I the one that says you should not do your
Beautiful.
master's. Left to me, we've had this argument at home, and we said, well, let's bring it to our channel. Let's see what let's see what you guys think about this. Left to me, I prefer the UK's education system, and I'm going to give my reasons.
Good
Okay.
day, Mr. Chairman, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my fellow audience. My name is Dfabfamily from SS2B. I'm here to support the motion which says Nigerian education system is far, 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 far better
Are you
than
joking?
the is it English or UK education system. And I'll be listing my points to defend myself and all of us and the
Okay,
viewers.
now let's see who will win this debate. Okay. So my very first point that I noticed once I started my master's, once I started studying, and even for my children going to school, is that the UK, the lecturers, the teachers, they are very approachable. You can walk up to them and ask questions, and they won't put you down, they won't shut you up, they won't be rude to you. You get what I'm saying? You can ask questions. There's no fear in relating with your lecturer. There's no fear in relating with your supervisor. You can send an email, dear, with their name, dear Joe. Back where we came from, you dare not. In fact, it was hassle finding your lecturer. They would even you even kneel down to greet them. They will say you're still rude.
It's a sign of respect.
They will say you are rude. To ask the lecturer a question, you can, because they can embarrass you. You don't know where the embarrassment will come from. So the fear, we grew up with the fear, actual fear. I know I remember when I was in secondary school, I'm always scared to go to school because you don't know the kind of cane Mr. Thank God has under his locker.
It's because you were stubborn in school.
Not
It's a sign of that's a very good point, to be fair. I remember something that, sorry to interrupt. When we were in final year in school, I wanted to take my final year project. I wanted to take my project to my, what do we call it, supervisor, yeah? To my supervisor, and my supervisor was our HOD in my department.
Funniest thing, my supervisor was our HOD too.
And I went to his office, and he started there, was looking at me. I said, yeah, I'm here to submit my final chapter. You know, before that, you'd have done all those introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, you'd have got to use it several times. And he looked at me. He said, yes, who are you? I said, sir, it's me, sir. His final chapter. Oh, are you my student? I'm your supervisor. I said, yes. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. With Shile, I mentioned some of my other guys. I said, yes, I know that one. Oh, yes, I know this one. But are you sure? I mean, you're not serious.
You don't go to class.
What do you mean I don't go to class? Someone has checked chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all the chapters. So that was a very good point.
Even our children, our little children, they will be calling their teacher's name. We will think it's their classmates, but we'll get to school and see that, oh, it's a teacher. And they relate, they are, even the teachers are their best friends. They can tell them anything. So that's my first point, to say that
Which brings me to my first point. That is not that one alone. Which brings me to my first point. I hope you are listening. What's one thing I love about education back home is that we start very early. we start very, very early. And it's a very good point. Because when we came and our children were back home with grandma, I mean, when they now came over, we saw the progress. We knew where we left her. We knew where she was, the things she knew. And even we, and quite a lot of us that grew up back home, growing up, when you're when you're 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you know the amount of things you know the kind of things they teach you. I know some people complain when they come here that my children knew this back home, my children was already at this stage, but coming here after a while, it just seemed that he or she forgot everything. She doesn't know this again. My child that used to read 1 to 1,000, my child that knew this, that knew that, I was solving simultaneous equation in primary one. Now, nothing. So I know that here they still get to teach them at some point, but I mean, if you could know it way early, I knew what we're doing in primary 4 and primary 6, mental sum with Uncle Ladapo. You just know that went to Trinity Nursery and Primary School. You now get here, you are playing with water, you are playing with dog. I mean, is that why we sent you to school? You are going to school to play. They will start very early and they teach you quality things. You know stuff. A small child, you know stuff. You know what the time says. You know how to navigate things. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that brings me to my second point. Bring it on, babe. I have every point to counter
you will meet me at home.
In the UK, at least this is where we are now, there is no pressure on the students. No tests, no tear sheet of paper, write down, kiriko, no examination. I don't know, maybe later when they are in high school or something, they can test them, but there is no pressure. They take things easy, and these children still know it. So,
but they know it late.
They know it eventually, don't they know it? Because when their brain is supposed to be okay, look at our daughter, she's 4. She just started the foundation stage. They are taking things very easy. Back home, 4 years, she's already writing 1 to 5,000. When she came here and she was writing 1 to 3, I'm like, voila, deal. But even she forgot about it because she wasn't even going to school when she came in. So what I'm saying, they take things very easy. These children, their brain is still developing. The child that is supposed to still be sleeping at home, you're already saying the child should be doing 2 times 2.
See, I know when I was in primary 4, I knew stuff. I knew stuff, which now brings me to my second point. See, if you bring international students together, I mean, people say it's that. I mean, for you to go through our kind of education system back in Nigeria, go for any international competition anywhere in the world, you will see the kind of things you know. Or they transfer someone from Nigeria to a school in the UK, the way you will outrun, is it outrun your peers? You will stand out. You will outshine, you will outrun, you will out anything. The way you are going to stand out because of the kind of upbringing you have. So, and I think that's a very strong point, that our students back home can level up with anybody anywhere in the world. Maybe not anywhere, maybe not anywhere in the world, but in most places and in most cases that I have seen personally, not because of what we've seen online or what we've heard. I mean, come on. Bring a student from Nigeria, put the student in school here. Even your teacher will be asking you that, what are you teaching this child back home? Please take it easy. He knows too much or he's doing too much, because I've heard that from someone. That the teacher called the parents to say that, what are you teaching this child back home? The level is kind of too advanced for what we do in class for this age. It's because we start early, and the kind of things they are quality stuff. You can level up with anybody anywhere. That's what we are talking about. No,
I don't agree with leveling up.
Okay.
I do not agree, because I feel like the children are taught those things and they can apply it to other areas of their life. Take, for example, I studied microbiology while I was in undergraduate. We did not enter the lab. Maybe I may be wrong, but for my own school, we did not enter the lab until to start doing microbiology that we went to school to study. We did not enter that lab until maybe 300 level, second semester, or before semester, before we went for IT. You will go to school to do computer science. Where is the computer?
Why are you not shouting? Calm down.
Bring the
not up to
guys,
shout.
let me even, this one, I'm taking this one personal, because I did one computer science course, and I feel like you people, all of you in that department, already as lecturer, as students, because we are doing computer science and they are writing coding on the wall. Why are you writing code? How do you expect me to know it? I almost failed that course because we already read like you. How do you expect me to pass the course? You are writing coding on the phone. I am a microbiologist. I can't even see the organisms. Where are they? You go to biochemistry department and they ask you to cram structure of
chemical compounds now. Why would you know
structure
structure
of
of chemical
all
compound?
this
Why would you?
glucose and everything.
No.
You see that we know those things, but just we know them to pass. You cannot apply it to everyday life.
But you know it's to pass. When you want to apply it, come here like we have come to come and apply it.
No, we are talking about back home now. Why can't we apply it? Even some of the lecturers, forgive me if I am wrong, they just know it. They know it. Some of them cannot teach what they know because they do not understand what they don't understand it. So it's difficult for them to teach it. It's difficult for the students to understand. Some of the students, even best graduating students, la cram la pour, la forget. So guys,
it's not it's not a very solid point, but
what
this
do you
is
mean
the
it's
point.
not a very
Yes,
solid
because
point?
I also remember that even me that I read computer science. I had friends in computer science in Unilag. At maybe 200 level, 300 level, the first programming language we learned, I think, was Fortran. Fortran that nobody uses again.
They don't see
people in
that.
other schools, they were learning Java. They were learning Python. We started
Maybe
with
it was
Fortran.
our school that had problem.
We didn't have money. It's the level of our money that resulted in the level of the school we went to. But I know that there are some other schools, maybe not at the very advanced level, but there are some other advanced. There are private universities.
There are private
There are other
universities
schools
that
where they
would
do
have
good stuff.
done good stuff, you know, and the students would have been very bright.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we don't have bright students as well, but now the students have to work extra hard to understand those things because you're not taught right.
Is that extra hard that will make you shine anywhere in the world? Which brings me to my third point, that you cannot even argue, even you people too, you know. Back home, there's discipline. There is solid discipline, and I won't even try to overflow this because I mean you've seen videos on the internet. You see students, I'm not just talking particularly about the UK, you see students abroad where the student is insulting the teacher, telling the teacher to do this, I don't want to F this, F that. You see students in some places, I mean the US for instance, I've seen a lot of videos where students are fighting with the teachers. They are calling the teacher out that what do you want to do? I'm going to punch you. Fight a teacher in some schools in Nigeria. Your body is gonna tell you. I know there are some private schools where they say no fighting, no beating, no flogging, and all that. But I mean, come on. On a very large scale, there is discipline. And talking about our own upbringing, I mean, the kind of schools we went to, you dare not. We've seen people that tried this, and we know where they ended up. We know the kind of discipline that was put there. Is it enforced? We know the kind of punishments they received and all that stuff. So the discipline is one very, very strong part for me. Nigeria over any other place in the world, there is discipline.
Something like I feel like studying over here in the Western world is more fun to do. Okay, take for example our children now. They play at the same time they learn. Yes, you can say they are going to school to play, but in that playing, they learn a lot of things while playing. And those things is like building a blocks. They don't just push everything to them at once. They let them grow into it. They grow into it. Even when they get to high school, they can remember in my what do they call this? Their little classes. Oh, I remembered doing balloon in water. I remembered we were doing little physics and biology, you know, but they were playing. I mean, they are playing, but they are learning as well. It's not too rigorous. It's not too rigorous. They take things, see, soft life. Soft life.
But talking about going to school to learn, you are telling me about soft life. Which also brings me to my fourth point. Back home, there are cheaper options when you're talking about advanced level of education. You're talking about going to the university, undergraduate, postgraduate, there are cheaper options. Here, I think the cheapest option is still expensive, even for an average citizen. I'm talking about going to the university, your master's program. How much was the school fees we paid?
Let's not go there.
Yeah, we should not go there. But even now that things are expensive, I think it's still fairly reasonable. You can go to universities, you can have your HND, and you won't have to break the bank, you know. Even if you are from the low income family,
There are
low
different
income.
schools for your
There are different
pockets.
schools for different kinds of people. Here, people have the option of not even going to the university, not because of, do we say not because of cost? Where expenses is concerned, I think it is fairly expensive here. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's fairly expensive when you're talking about school. But back home, there are cheaper options. I mean, look at this human being. Look at this human being. The primary school she went to, everything she spent in going to school, I can give her with my 1 week wage, or what do we call it? I will give you the entire money you spent on your education. I will give it to you.
With the masters too.
Well, it's not my business. It's not my business. I shall know with that one is a win for Nigeria.
It's not a win. It's not
okay,
because
now
of money.
Let me ask you one
money
question.
Equates education?
Let me ask you one question. With all the education you are saying, with all this soft life, with all this, let's take any average company abroad. I'm not just particular about the UK. Any average company abroad. You bring someone who has gone to the university in Nigeria and knows, I mean, you know the kind of quality stuff that we know, and you bring the person into that company. You bring someone from anywhere else in the world. Let's say an average, I don't want to use UK because I don't want problem. An average American, and you bring that person into that company. From what you've seen, from what you've experienced here, who do you think will shine? Is it shine brighter? Who do you think will outshine the other?
I can't say this is who we are.
That's what I said, from what you've seen.
From what I've seen, babe, you can, it's not a
from
one
what
or
you've
two.
seen. From what you've seen here. I'm asking you because I know what you've seen.
For someone that did all their education in America, for example, because we are not using the UK, but let's use the UK. Why are we not using the UK? Someone that said from foundation stage and all this is all the university, I think the person here will outshine the person back home in Nigeria.
I don't think so.
See, babe, I would not argue with the fact that we are smart. We may be smarter. Like if you studied back in Nigeria, you may be smart, street smart. Like even if you don't know something, you can use
that street smart is important. That street smart is important. It's the kind of education we have that will make you street smart.
Yeah, you can, but knowledge, like having to look at now, for example, confidence, getting to work and having self-confidence, even if they don't know it yet, babe, they have the confidence that they can stand anywhere and talk because of the way their teacher or their parents trained, because of the way the background they have, how they were trained. They can stand anywhere to defend them. Even if it's rubbish, I say they will defend their rubbish. But we back home, shout at us now. We know it, but we might not even be able to express ourselves. I don't know if you're getting.
I don't get what you're saying, because I know what you know. See, the only things the abroad people will use to have as an advantage is because maybe they say you don't have work experience in that particular place, but that you actually know stuff or that you can do stuff. They are looking for competent hands to do something for you. Come on, we are taking it. It's not a question or something. We are taking it.
Okay, let's drop that question for you guys. Please tell us, who do you think will outshine the other? Is it someone that studied in Nigeria or the person that studied in the abroad? In the abroad, who do you think has a higher chance of getting the job or something? Is that not your question?
Yeah, something like that. If I had my way self, I don't mind sending my children back home to go and I'm telling you, let them have their education back home. Then maybe if they need to top up on some stuff, or you're talking about the soft life, the application, they'll come here and apply. They used to apply. But to know it, up to 11 times table. When I was in, is it primary 2 or primary 3? Up to 11 times.
Babe.
Is it off head or off heart? Off head. You stand up, everybody will decide, oh yeah, 4 times
you know
table,
what they do in my primary school? The teacher will just come to class. 12 times 8. You.
Thank you. I didn't go to the primary school.
You had to get squat.
You don't know it's scared.
Even if you know it, the fear.
You know it's scared.
You will first start calculating something. The fear is too much.
It's not fear. You will know it. What are you telling me?
But are you saying that these children here now, they will not know that?
They are going to school to play with water.
It's because of the level they are now. Look at people already in what do they call it? 1 year, 2. They will know it.
From back home. What I've seen, maybe some people relocate from abroad to Nigeria and they put their kids in school. They always have a very slow start. It's always very difficult for their children to catch up. But bring the child from back home and put the child in school here. No, you know the answer now. You know what I'm talking about now.
Yes, I know.
So it's
but I'm
good.
saying that
Yeah.
what they are doing may be right over there.
Okay.
But it's not even right. They are rushing those children. It's
So
look
what's
at
the
it.
you that you are here now?
Was,
What's the side effect of the rushing?
Yomife was 2 or so when she came here, and those things they brought her books. I'm like, this is too much. Writing 1 to 50. Okay, research has shown that those children, their fingers, the bones in their fingers are still developing. They're not even supposed to be under that kind of shade. They're not even supposed to be holding pencil. Imagine.
Okay, we that we are here, and you people that are watching, please, what happened to my bone? Are they straight or not?
See, guys, we have come
See
to the
ring,
end
ring
of
give me a towel. See ring. What happened to my bone?
we have
Are
come
they
to the
straight
end.
or not?
Let us know what you think in the comment section, because truly, we need to talk about this.
Naija for show, Naija for life.
And that's why we are wearing green to represent Nigeria. So guys, let us know what you think in the comment section.
If you are new to this channel, you know what to do. Click on the subscribe button, like our videos, and please share to your friends. We try to upload fun content from time to time.
Yeah.
We do upload fun content every time. I'm just trying to be humble. You know what I mean? And before we go, abroad school, I like you. I like abroad schools very much.
I'm sure you wish you could do your masters or something now. Yeah. Babe, the feeling is not even. No, it's not the same. The feeling is not the same.
Feeling?
You feel value, like you go to school with peace of mind. There's no hi. They have opened the lab. The lab. They're already in the lab. That lab work today is not. It wasn't in the timetable. And they will just say, they will just organize one thing.
Those things
and you're running from MP1 to JAO2.
Those things will teach you how to improvise, how to be smart, how to be sharp, how to be fast. Those are the things that will get you ahead in life.
But it's stressful. Everything in Nigeria is stressful.
You shouldn't come easy now. You can't stay in your comfort zone. That's what they will do for you back home.
Even God doesn't want us to
stress
like that. Even God doesn't want us to stress like that.
It's not every time stress. It's just a stress here and there. Look at us today. Even if they say that we did not go to school, look at with the little education we have from back home. Look at us today. Look at what we have become.
Thank you for watching.
Look at what we have become.
Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Please let us know what you think in the comment section.
Yes.
Bye.
Naija thumbs up. It will be my Naija people.